The first thing I do when I step into the lab is put on my personal protective equipment.
Safety
Next, I'd
glasses
copy the
on.
day's reaction from the chalkboard into my lab notebook. For most reactions, I combine a salicylic acid derivative with a substituted aminophenol derivative. I measured my starting materials and reagents, then added them to a round bottom flask. EDC helped combine the starting materials, while PETA promoted the cyclization that formed our final ring structure. For this step I used TFE as the solvent. Once the reaction finished, I added HCl and filtered the mixture. Next came the separation. I added DCM to a separatory funnel and shook it to mix the layers and help move my product into the DCM. I then let the layers separate. Since DCM is denser than water, my product containing DCM layer is on the bottom, so that's the layer I collected. I added sodium sulfate to remove any leftover water, then used the rotovapor to remove the solvent, leaving my crude product. Next, I dissolved a sample in chloroform, which doesn't interfere with the signals I'm looking for, and ran an NMR, or nuclear magnetic resonance spectrum, to see if I made my product. If the NMR of my crude product looked good, I moved on to purification using column chromatography. Packed the column with silica gel and used a solvent mixture of 80% hexane and 20% ethyl acetate. As the solvent moves through the silica gel, the compounds travel at different speeds based on how strongly they interact with the silica. This separates my product from the impurities. I collected what came off the column in separate fractions, then used TLC, or thin layer chromatography, to figure out which fractions contain my product. I collected those fractions and used the rotovapor again to remove the solvent. Finally, I dissolved my purified product in chloroform and ran one last NMR. Dr. Doe and I reviewed the final NMR together to confirm that we had successfully made and purified the product.
Yeah,
Once we
Mr.
saw the
White.
results we were looking for, we
Yes,
celebrated.
science.
We did it! We did